This week's video is going to be about sharing documents. The nice thing about Google is anything in your Google Drive will share pretty much this same exact way. So the first thing we're going to do is we need to go up here to the top right corner and click on the Share button. And this brings up this window. You can type in somebody's name and it'll pop up with their email address. And then over here, before you send this to them, over here, there's this button. When you click this button, you have three options. If you just hit send, they're going to be able to make changes to your document, and you may not want that. The most common way to send this out is to click view. So that means they can look at your document, but they can't actually make any changes. If you choose comment, they can look at it and they can leave you comments. And what that'll look like is, like, I can select this, right click and comment and say and so now whenever you open this document, you'll see these comments over here. It's a nice way to have somebody help you with revising and editing on a document, or to offer you suggestions. Because I share this document using this method rather than downloading the document and sending it to them, whenever I make changes on my document, like if I was to change one of these times, it would automatically show up on their copy. Whenever somebody shares a document with you, it ends up in your Google Drive under this tab right here, Shared with Me. And if there's something in here that you would like to put in your drive, so maybe you've got a folder in your drive where you'd like to keep them, you can just drag and drop it straight into your drive, or click this little arrow right there and actually access all of your folders. You can also right click and add a star so that it's kind of bookmarked and it'll show up right here. Another method for sharing that's handy is you can come up here and you can click on this button, Get Shareable Link. Say I want to send out a link, but I'm not exactly sure who all I want to send it to, or maybe I don't have a contacts group made with everybody that I want to send it to. So maybe I want to just give them a link instead. So if I click this button, by default, if I send this link in an email or post this link on my district website, anybody who is signed into a White House account, so that would include students and teachers, can click on the document, open it, and see it. But if somebody was using their personal account or was at home and just went to the website and tried to click the link, it would give them an error message saying they don't have access to view it. If I click this button right here, I get some more options. I can say anyone at White House ISD can make changes. I can say anyone at White House ISD can make comments, or view. And then here's the button to copy this link. If I go down here and click on Advanced, I have even more options. And right here, if I click this Change button, I can click this one, and I can say anyone with the link. So if you want to put a document on your school district website for anyone, parents, students, teachers, anybody, if you want anybody to be able to view your document, this is the link that you'd want to click, or this is the option you'd want to click. And down here it says anyone, no sign-in required. So if you post this, they just click the link. They don't have to be signed into an email account to view it. They can just look at it. So again, this is really good for like, say, a class syllabus, if you want to post that on your school district website, or maybe like a calendar or some kind of schedule you want to post on there. That's what you'd want to use for that. So I'm going to hit Save. And again, if I want to email this out, I can right click and copy. There's one more option, and this is something new that they've added this year. I've shared this with my other email account, and when I move my mouse over it, there's a little stopwatch that appears. If I click this stopwatch, I can say access expires in, and I can set a time. So like if I want somebody to be able to look at a document, but after a certain date, I don't want anybody to be able to see it, I can change that and say after a week, nobody can see it, or after a certain date. Same thing with editing. If I give somebody the ability to edit this, and I can say after, go down here and custom date, I can say after November 2nd, nobody can make changes to this document, or at least the person up here can't make changes to this document. Unfortunately, you can't do it for everybody at one time. You'd have to do it individually, so may not be a good idea for a large number of people, but for, say, just a few people, maybe a department, that would be a good option. And as always, when you're done, hit Save Changes, and done. And just to see what it would look like, I'm going to paste this link, and there's my document that anybody can see.